Okay, I'm going to be a little bit of an asshole regarding the Blue Origin and S-31 flight. First of all, it was an 11-minute orbital flight. I don't even think it went around the whole orbit. They just went up into the part that is space for 11 minutes and came back down. Apparently the pilot, and it's not even clear, is a Lauren Sanchez, who is also a helicopter pilot. Spacecrafts and helicopters don't necessarily fly the same. Typically, it is a fighter pilot or a jet pilot that pilots an actual spaceship. And most of the crew is non-scientific space people or famous people. This is just, they didn't do anything. They're not crew, they're fucking passengers. They may have been assigned to do some little thing or monitor some little thing, but Jesus fucking Christ. All it is self-aggrandizement. Very cool for Katy Perry. Very cool for Gayle King. Very cool for Aisha Bowe and Amanda. I'm going to massacre her last name, Eugen or Negan. I apologize. I probably totally did that. And Carrie Ann Flynn. Lauren Sanchez. Whoever the fuck. Lauren Sanchez, who is also a helicopter pilot, helped select the crew and worked on the design of the custom spacesuits. Custom space. That just means they actually fit the person they're supposed to go on. They're not a universal suit, which is appropriate for a space flight. This didn't do anything. This didn't advance anything. And this is not a first all-female crewed space flight since 1963. No. This is nothing. This is bullshit. This is one more quasi-success because it's got famous people on it and it went up and it came back down. They didn't do anything other than not die. I love space. I'm a huge Star Trek nerd. Not the biggest. Plenty of people know all the little nitnoid facts. I just love the enjoyment and the dream and the possibility of it. And how our technology is kind of falling in line with that Star Trek technology. I love Star Wars. I love all the sci-fi stuff. I love things. Interstellar, intellectually stimulating. And there's still things that I learn every time I watch that movie. But don't fuck with people about what actually is happening. They lifted off, they hung out for 11 minutes above the Earth's surface, just inside the layer that's called fucking space, and then they came back down in a controlled manner. And maybe Lauren Sanchez actually piloted it coming down, because you don't do much piloting when you're up there. You get up there, you move into position, especially if you're coming back down. Piloting actually is what happens when, you need to go somewhere. You need to connect and dock. This is not a space mission. This is not a space flight. It was exactly what this is supposed to be, which is Blue Origin is to be basically tourist. That's all it was. They were fucking tourists. Congratulations. You're in an all-female tourist flight. That's what it is. It's a tourist flight. It is not to remove the understanding or the exuberance and the joy and the awe of seeing the Earth from space and to understanding that it is indeed fucking round and not flat Earth. Hello. But great, perfect, awesome. It's not advanced anything other than a tourism thing that only the ultra rich could ever fucking afford. So the question is, did Katy Perry, Gayle King, Aisha Bowe, Amanda, and Carrie Ann pay to be on this flight? Were they asked and then they paid as early tourists? Or were they paid to be on the flight by Jeff Bezos and Blue Origin? I mean, that's an important question. What is the fucking purpose of this? We have so much technology and so much possibility and so much purpose in the world for moving us in a direction to colonize other places. Absolutely. And we cannot do that in a rush when we fucked the planet up. It is the continuation of the human exploration. And space is the next frontier. It is not the final frontier. It is definitely for us the next frontier. We haven't even completed the ocean frontier that we have. We don't even understand everything about our own planet. So the audacity that we have to rush ourselves up there, Mars is not a place you want to live. It's kind of cool. It's very neat, but it is not a nice planet. What we have to do to overcome and living there is testament to human ability to live in harsh environments. Absolutely, 100%. But more to the point of space is interstellar flight. That's the goal, is intergalactic flight. Interstellar, intergalactic. I mean, we're just playing around our neighborhood. That's not getting on a ship and sailing across the ocean. That's just playing around in a very small area. And what they did, I'm seeing a bunch of stuff about it and blowing off, and it's all it is propaganda. It does nothing to advance anything other than to make it cool that somebody famous went up there. And I still am pissed off at Jeff Bezos for demeaning William Shatner's moment of trying to understand what his experience was, because Bezos had already been up there. It changes you as a human being, and one of two things happen. You look further out into the stars, or you think we're the only ones, just kind of like what Shatner wound up doing. And Shatner doesn't believe in the Star Trek dream anymore. He thinks we need to take care of our own planet. He's not wrong there, but still. It is an incredible experience, and I wish everybody on the planet gets to enjoy that experience at some point in their life when it's a good, positive, safe experience. I am big on language. So saying that Katy Perry is part of a crew, no. Crew is a designation of people who are on a ship, on a spacecraft, that have a purpose and they have a task to do while they're up there. She was a passenger. I'm pretty sure every woman on there was basically a passenger. Unless the actual helicopter pilot somehow piloted the thing down. And it's very odd for a helicopter pilot to be piloting anything spacecraft-wise, because it's not the same way of flying. A helicopter does not fly the same as a glider, or the same as a rocket ship. It just doesn't. And for those who don't know, the spacecraft, the Discovery, and Challenger and Endeavour, those were all glide vehicles. They were meant to glide down. It was a controlled glide. It is because we still haven't figured out how to just land. The technology and the amount of fuel and whatnot that takes is a different setup and a different design for a ship, which we have not gotten to yet. Got the imagination in it all over the place, but we haven't figured out how to make those designs actually work. Because it's hugely fuel costive. Yeah, that's my bitch complaint today. Yeah. Oh, and the markets are still fucked up. But a whole bunch of women went and spent 11 minutes in space today. Successfully came back.